So Logic Mastermind, the king of logic, Ben Burgis, has, first of all, deleted a tweet. It's gone. The tweet that previously existed is now been removed from the internet. And so, now if you're wondering what this tweet said, here I have a previous video of me covering Ben Burgis's bizarre heel turn into, like, weird January 6th downplaying and fascist upplaying, where Ben Burgis pinned a tweet saying, quote, "No, I'm obviously not going to debate the streamer whose challenge video started with 3 minutes of over-the-top personal insults." Now, I want to be very clear for those of you that are not aware of the full, the full recap here. And so let me, like, see if I can get, like, a better, like, version of me that, like, exists that I don't look as bizarre on, okay? Okay, I look pretty cool there. All right, so Ben Burgis made some very, very, very bizarre tweets in regards to January 6th, and so I called him out on that on Twitter, and then people said that they wanted me to cover it on my show, and so I did. My video was never necessarily meant to be a challenge video. I was not, like if I wanted to, quote, challenge Ben Burgis, I would have not done a video in the way that I did. When I make videos about people, I don't do them with the intent of making friends. If someone says something stupid, I will call them stupid for saying something stupid. Now, if they don't want to be called stupid, I suggest that they stop saying stupid things. And that is how I present myself. I am not here to make friends with popular YouTubers. I am not here to create inroads with popular cliques. That is not my role. Now, again, do I think Ben Burgis is a terrible person? No, I don't. I don't think that. That being said, I think his take on January 6th, and in the debate that he did with Aaron Green, which I'll get into later, he proved himself to be extremely, not just partially, but extremely uneducated on the topic of fascism. And I think that that is a huge problem considering how much he is trying to focus on what is and is not fascist, or fascism. So I made a video basically making fun of him. And then he responded to that in, a way that was like, oh, I'll look at this later. And then like a week later, he sent me a DM saying, I watched your video and I was super upset that you called me this. And I privately apologized to him. I said that I am a comedian and part of my comedic shtick on my live stream. And if you've ever met me in person, this is how I act all the time. But, in my live streams, I like to, use a lot of swear words. I am a normal person. I am not a college professor. I am not a college graduate. I'm not a high school graduate. I dropped out of high school. And I am a regular person. I'm a normal person. And as a result, I swear. I say the F word. I say the S word. Sometimes I'll even say, the B word. Burgess. I'll say that sometimes. So, and I don't really necessarily care if someone's sensibilities are offended by swear words. Now, Ben Burgis insisted that his reason for avoiding the debate with me, again, the streamer, I'm the streamer. Like, in case you're wondering who the streamer is, that's me. So the main reason why I think he did not want to debate me was because I am I'm a very vocal person and I have convictions. And I'm not afraid to, talk about those convictions, and I'm not afraid in any capacity and I'm not going to mince words. I'm a known quantity in that term. So Ben Burgis made this tweet, where he basically said, I'm not going to debate the streamer, I'm the streamer, and he took taking applicants. Lord. Like, again, I know this guy's a college professor. I know he's sheltered. I know he doesn't really understand how normal people behave. But literally, I shit you not, no regular, working, normal person has ever even conceived of creating a tweet like this and pinning it that is worded in such a fucking pompous way. And again, I'm only speaking for myself, and I want to be very clear. I am only speaking for myself, and this is the reason why Ben Burgis refused to debate me. But in this drama, Ben Burgis took an applicant to discuss the topic of January 6th, and he decided to go with Aaron Green, which I will be bringing on as a guest, and we will be talking about that debate very shortly. But I've got this little tidbit here. So again, I want to be very clear how this all started. I privately apologized to him. I explained to him I'm a comedian. I try to make people laugh, and as a result, I use a lot of swear words, and I string together swear words in funny ways. So he was not impressed by that, and then he basically ghosted the subject for 2 weeks until a viewer of mine asked him about it, and he, again, talked about January 6th revisionism, that kind of stuff. It was embarrassing, and then this debate with Aaron Green happened. But again, during this debate with Aaron Green, I want to show how Ben Burgis phrased the situation, like why this debate happened. Why are we here? Let's watch.
To that, but I'm very excited to get started.
Well, first of all, I should say something about how we came to be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Originally, the idea had come up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening.
Didn't end up happening. Like, I want to be very clear. Now, again, I know how being a streamer works. I know when you're trying to, like, misrepresent a situation, okay? When you say something like, oh, we were going to debate someone else and that didn't end up happening, the implication is the other person, like there was a scheduling conflict, the other person couldn't do it or couldn't make it or for whatever. That's the implication there. If someone has no idea why this debate happened, that is a misrepresentation because they will assume that I dropped out or I was too beta or whatever. So I want to be very clear that this is an absolute and utter misrepresentation, and such a misrepresentation that I think it deserves this audio clip.
Only the really, I hate to say this, but those with the lowest IQ.
So let's watch this again.
To be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Originally, the idea had come up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening. This actually, I think this would be a worthwhile discussion to have.
It just didn't end up happening. So the real reason why he didn't want to debate me, again, I'm a known quantity. I say what I think. And now, again, first of all, I also want to say that I think the idea of putting like we're going to have a 5-minute and then 5-minute rebuttal and all that stupid shit, go fuck yourself. When I have a conversation with someone, I don't want moderators. I don't want any of that stupid shit. If Ben Burgis wants to yell over me, that's fine. I don't yell over other people. If you've seen me debate other people, I usually let other people do the most of the speaking, and I usually only chime in when I feel it's necessary. You can go watch any debate I've ever done, and that's usually how I act, right? But Ben Burgis is like, oh, we're going to have 5-minute opening. And then Aaron gave like a 40-second opening, and then Ben Burgis gave his entire life story or something. Like, the guy wouldn't shut the fuck up. But again, like I'm willing to play by the rules. If you want to play by the rules, okay. That being said, I'd prefer not to play by the rules. But again, the reason why he took applicants and chose Aaron was because Ben Burgis does not know who Aaron is and thought that it would be an easy debate. Now, I watched the entire thing this morning on 2x speed, and Ben Burgis even admitted he was surprised at how intelligent and wonderful Aaron's debating skills were. And so I just wanted to do this short preamble before I bring Aaron on the show to discuss this by saying that this whole debate, it could have been with me. It could have. But he chose not to. And again, I just want to replay this because it really is extremely funny.
We came to be here and why we're doing this, and then kind of what we had in mind. Did I miss originally,
that? Yes.
The idea had come up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening.
It just didn't end up happening. I wonder why. I'm curious. Like, I wonder why it didn't end up happening. Like, again, if I were in Ben's position, right, what I would have said is, you know, the idea came up and then the streamer that I was originally going to have the conversation with seemed very rude and combative and wasn't playing a lot. I would have tried to make myself look good. I would have, like, you know, but no, the guy's like reading a paper, like, look at him. He's like, and the stream, and it didn't end up happening, and, the dog ate my homework, and so I'm just saying it's extremely it's interesting.
Originally, the idea had come up of me debating somebody else on this topic, and that didn't end up happening.
I'm sorry. I'm probably gonna get a sound drop of that for my intro. But with that being said, I want to bring on Aaron, so I'm gonna take a short break. But yeah, this debate was definitely very interesting, and I'm glad it did happen. And I'm glad that someone actually managed to basically make fun of Ben in front of his audience. And Ben's audience, for the most part, I was looking at the chat, Ben's audience kind of like agreed with Aaron for the most part, in that, you know, Ben's kind of got there's something, and it's somewhere it shouldn't be, and it might be like similar to a stick, and I'm not gonna finish that thought, but either way, it was pretty entertaining. But I'm gonna take a short break, folks. We'll be right back.